Right now at noon, a former Golden Corral building is burned to a crisp. IFD firefighters worked to put out this fire near Washington and Midhofer on the east side early this morning. We want to thank you for joining us here on 13 News at noon, everyone. I'm Karen Campbell. Right now, fire officials are looking into what exactly caused that fire. Just moments ago, IFD posted some photos on their Facebook page showing the former restaurant up in flames. You see nothing there but fire. IFD says the fire started just after 4 this morning. Crews spent the morning treating hot spots until that fire was completely out. 13 News was told the building was vacant. According to a Facebook post by Golden Corral, the location closed down 4 years ago. This afternoon, the cause of that fire is still under investigation. The man suspected of a double murder dating back to August was in court this morning for his first appearance. William Pascal Young is charged with 2 counts of murder for killing 22-year-old Jay Sean Johnson and 3-year-old Armani Booker. He pleaded not guilty. The shooting happened near 75th and Shaitland Avenue. Prosecutors say Pascal Young was allegedly caught on surveillance video at a liquor store just before the shooting. A witness later identified him, and police just arrested him this past weekend. Now, of course, in court, the judge said no bond, and Pascal Young is ordered to have no contact with any victims of the families. And of course, you can stay tuned to WTHR.com for more information as we continue to follow that story. We want to give you a live look outside right now. It looks like, a beautiful day outside when you look at it on your television screen. But, there is some light rain in the forecast. And
well, the bigger story is going to be the cold and the snow.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Because if you've walked outside, that cold just kind of
Yes, we definitely don't want to bury the lead of what's on the way for tomorrow, which is a weather impact alert day. We'll dive into all of this. But yes, as expected here, the rain that we had this morning now moving out and we're turning to some sunshine, but it is definitely deceiving bright sky that's over us right now. We're in the low to mid 40s. And we're not going to budge too much. About 50 degrees for a daytime high for today. Now, still some leftover rain on the eastern side of the state. You can see the backside of the clouds, however, now moving through the metro area. Numbers now compared to 24 hours ago, we're 20 to 25 degrees colder. We told you this will be the first installment of the trend downward to our coldest air of the season. And look what's happening to our northwest. So what you see over Iowa, parts of Minnesota, that's going to be the overnight early morning snowfall. And what you see up across the northern tier, that's our Thursday afternoon snow. That's going to have a little more teeth to it in terms of snowfall rates. With that said, we fully expect we're going to have a quick burst of snow showers by tomorrow morning. Some bridges and overpasses could get a little slick as temperatures get below freezing in a few locations. And then we'll have a bigger burst of snow tomorrow afternoon. I'll address that, how much to expect, how long the cold will last, coming up in your forecast here in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Sean. Well, new this afternoon, at least 12 people have been arrested following a DEA-led drug sweep across multiple counties in central Indiana. A DEA spokesperson tells 13 News arrests were made in about 15 locations in 4 counties, including Marion, Hamilton, and Johnson counties. The sweep is part of a substantial drug trafficking organization in central Indiana, including meth, fentanyl, cocaine, and marijuana. Now, some of these searches are still ongoing. This afternoon, a man who admitted to running a prostitution house near the Brickyard Crossing golf course is going to prison. Investigators say a teenaged girl told neighbors that she and 4 other women were being held and trafficked at a home near 30th and Eagledale Drive. Police believe this was part of a human trafficking operation tied to a South American gang. Our cameras in the courtroom for the sentencing, 30-year-old Alejandro Santiago reached a plea deal in September, telling the judge yesterday he was sorry.
What is it you're sorry for?
Promoting prostitution.
Well, I understand that's what the charge title is, but specifically, what did you do?
Was there at the house just hanging out. And
well, it's a little more than that when you admit to the elements of promoting prostitution. Do you believe it is aggravated?
The judge gave him 2 years in prison plus 2 years probation after his release. New developments in the death of a high school football player in southern Indiana. 2 men are charged in the murder of 18-year-old Bryce Gerlach. 2 other men are facing preliminary murder counts but have not been formally charged. The shooting happened at the Harvest Homecoming Festival last month in New Albany. Investigators say there was an argument between 2 groups of people, leading to the gunfire in a parking area at the event. Police say Gerlach and 2 others hurt in the shooting were innocent bystanders. Alarming new data showing just how many people have been hit by cars here in Indianapolis in 2024. So far this year, nearly 800 people have been struck, 38 of those deadly. That includes a 66-year-old man killed after he was hit on Kessler Avenue over the weekend. The driver still has not been found. Now, we recently learned another man died over the weekend when he was hit while crossing the street. Our Chase Howell talked to his family and to the community leaders about this alarming trend.
While Theodore Taylor's sons didn't want to go on camera, they tell me their dad was an amazing artist, but an even better father. They also tell me that police told them that a woman failed to yield while their father was crossing here at 25th and MLK when he was hit. Taylor would later die at the hospital the very next day. Some are calling it a crisis across Indianapolis.
We were tracking the data last year and we got to the end of the year and it was, obviously pretty bad. But this year has just blown that, sadly, out of the water.
Pedestrians and cyclists getting hit by cars at a rate we've never seen.
We're averaging right now 2.4 people struck each and every single day.
Eric Holt is the president of Indy Pedestrian Safety Crisis. He says so far in November, 2 people have been killed from getting hit by a car.
We have had a number of months that have had, 5, 6, 7 people killed in a month. So 2 right now is on the lower side of what we've seen.
On Holt's website, it shows hotspots where people are most commonly hit. Holt says 25th and MLK, where Taylor was hit, isn't one of those areas. But there's one zone that sticks out.
Washington Street last year had a full 10% of all of the incidents that we tracked across the entire city just on Washington Street. So it was something like 683 total incidents and 68 of them being on Washington.
So how do this year's numbers compare to those in 2023? Well, according to Holt, last year there were 684 pedestrian vehicle accidents. 47 of them were fatal. Now, so far this year, there's been 783 pedestrian vehicle accidents, 38 of which were fatal. Out of curiosity, I asked Holt why we keep seeing this increase year after year of people getting hit. And while he says his data doesn't show him that, he believes it's an infrastructure issue. But what he does know, he says, is that pedestrians need to have their head on a swivel and drivers need to be looking out on the road. Reporting here in Indianapolis, Chase Howell, 13 News.
The Office of Public Health and Safety is helping families get a holiday meal. The department just held 2 distribution days, with the next one coming up this Friday. 300 families got a holiday meal bag. OPHS, along with different community outreach groups, will host 4 others this month. Families can get a turkey or ham, fresh produce, and anything you need for a holiday meal. Pastor Jeffrey Thomas says these distribution events take away the stress for families during the holidays.
So when we start packing things down and putting together our packages, I start thinking to myself, man, this is amazing times where all you have to do is just come together. We've taken away the struggle and the strain this year, and all you literally have to do is come together as a family.
The next distribution will be at Christ Church Apostolic on the north side from 5 to 7. The food is free. No registration is required. Well, IMPD is focused on adding more recruits to the force. The department is getting a little help from the Colts organization to meet that goal. Prospective recruits in IMPD's readiness program heard encouraging words from Colt Center Ryan Kelly. Kelly says he feels a special connection with law enforcement, being the son of an Ohio State police officer. Right now, IMPD has around 1,400 sworn officers and have a budget for more than 1,700.
Our goal here is to get our message out that this is the best city to live in, this is the best place to raise your family, and this is the best place to be a public servant, to be a police officer, and we are the best police department in the state of Indiana.
Colts fans can expect to see IMPD recruitment messages in different spots around the city, including outside the stadium during select home games.